Hello, coming back in. All right, so let's get the love reading out of the way, okay? Because love is in the air, supposedly, right? According to the Valentine's holiday. And I'm not going to go into all of it, but of course, if you do your research, Valentine's is not really something to celebrate. It was a massacre. All right. But anyway, we do want to recognize love, okay? And the best love is self love, okay? So, of course, it's great to have a lover, right? Or have somebody that you're in love with. Um, so, if you are in that energy, hopefully your person showed you how much you mean to them on yesterday, okay? But if they didn't, or if it wasn't what you were expecting, that could also be something more internal that you need to look into. And of course, that's a personal reading, okay? But let's start off with the power of love, okay? So this deck I have not used in a long time, and it's just got messages about different types of love because we have family, love, friends, love, love for humanity, right? Love for your spouse, love for your kids, love for your um, race, whatever, your culture, anything. So let's see what comes up. Power of love. What do we need to know? And then we'll break it down. I'm going to use the Psychic Heart Tarot to break it down between singles and couples. Okay? So let's see. Power of love message. What we need to know. That wanted to come out. I didn't want to completely. We got a couple. So let's see. First one. Respect. Yes. You value everyone's unique perspective on their path to love. So you might not like something, or you might not, you know, choose to do something how somebody else is doing it, but you should respect them. Respect their wishes, respect the way that they are presenting themselves, right? Even though it may not be what you're expecting, but you have to show respect, okay? And another message, I forgot exactly how it goes, but it basically says, um, the way how you love or the way you show love may not be how the other person gives or receives love, but it's all love. So sometimes you have to get out of the ego in order to recognize. Um, let's throw a wild example. One man may buy his girlfriend a brand new car, okay, for Valentine's Day. Whereas one man, he may take her out to eat, okay? So, of course, it's two different levels. But what if the one over here, he doesn't have the funds to buy a car? So, of course, he can't go out of his means and out of his comfortability to buy his girl a car, although that's what she may want. But it's not to say he doesn't love her because he can't give her that. Okay? So that's the thing. A lot of times you have to come out of your ego when if you saw from the first video, in giving and receiving. Okay? So again, when giving, give out of the kindness of your heart, right? Based off of what you can do comfortably or what you feel you should do comfortably. If you're giving outside of yourself to show off or to get some type of recognition, most of the time it's not going to end up well, okay? Because the intention was not good from the start, okay? Now let's see what else. Yeah, past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. That's most of us have past relationships or situations that we're no longer in that could still be keeping our mindset stuck. Meaning like, okay, hey, I was with this one guy and he did this way, so all guys is gonna be like this, right? Which is not true. Everybody's an individual. Or if you're stuck in a closed mindset based off of some type of past relationship or past interactions, we're meant to release those things because they're keeping us stuck or keeping us in a place where we're not happy or we're always comparing or we're always, you know, thinking about, okay, maybe I was better back then. That is something that we're meant to transform through the power of love. Okay? Take the past and use it to grow. Don't stay stuck there because it doesn't exist. Okay? And then last but not least, purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Purpose. Okay? So, and not everybody has the same purpose, of course, we know that. Some people, their purpose in life may have been to be a wife and mother, and the Almighty God blessed them with that. So that is their purpose in life. So, not to say they can't do other things along the way, but their biggest contribution is to be a wife and a mother. Um, So in this case, it's saying you have the determination and dedication to demonstrate love. So like we were saying, based on what you can do comfortably and what you feel in your heart to express, that is the best way to show love. Okay? Interesting. And then vision, no matter what you see, the bigger picture is just a loving universe. So, and of course, humans, we tainted things, but of course, the main focus of the universe is to run in harmony and peace and love. Okay, so hopefully one day we can get back to that type of feeling, okay, as a collective. But let's look. We'll just do, oh, I said I was going to use the Psychic Heart Tarot. Now let's see. What is the messages for the couples? We'll just do brief. What is the message for the couples? Love Tarot. What's the message for the couples? Whoa, too much. So you got Master. So this could be you or your person, all right? Possibly containing their emotions or putting themselves more in the masculine mm, state of mind to where they're very controlled with how they express themselves or how they open up to you emotionally. Okay. And this could be dealing with their sacral chakra, which is in the lower levels. Could be going back to childhood issues, abandonment, neglect, certain things like that. Not being seen, not being heard, things like that here could have contained or blocked their sacral chakra. So, in regards to a couple, if that is you or your person, you're meant to be patient with each other, okay? And then look, the 17, the 5, 15, and a 2 makes 17, and we have the solar eclipse on the 17th. So, hopefully, between now and then, you guys having some deep conversation or you're expressing yourself a little bit more in regards to love and how you handle things or how you interact with each other. Okay? What else for the couples? Interesting. All right. Listen. So you got a lot of major cards for the couples. So listen. Somebody needs to listen more closely than they're speaking. And it is another two. So it could be again going back to the sacral chakra being blocked, or going back to the power of love where you're stuck in your past. So you're always thinking like you know the answer or you know how it is in this situation, but technically you don't, because this is a whole new situation, whole new person. So listen. You need to listen more than you speak right now in regards to this master. Because this is a confident, strong person. They're going to slowly open up to you. So when they come, just listen. Okay? And then, yeah, release. So somebody could be opening up here. And again, like I said, with the eclipse energy coming through, it's going to happen pretty quickly, and it's a whole lighter energy that this person will feel. This is like you're coming open here, whereas here you're closed off, your heart is in a cage. Okay? So, if this is you or your person, continue to stick by them, encourage them, pray for them, and be patient with them so that you guys can continue to build on the relationship, okay? Let's see. Anything else for the couples? Whoa. These guys want to fall out. This one came up, opportunity beckons. So, yeah. And it did fall on top of this. So, not to say it's your man, but it's a lot of energy pointing to men here. So, it could be you or your person is actually feeling the weight of the world on them, or they're feeling heaviness, or they're feeling in some type of incompletion. And like I said, with this, they could also be stuck in that past energy as well. Both of y'all could be dealing with issues from the past that's now coming up, and y'all have to talk it out, or you have to learn how to release certain things, okay, so you guys can move forward, okay? So that's interesting. Now, let's shuffle up really good and see about the single people. All right, singles. What's the message for the singles? Ooh, success and growth. So a lot of the single people are thinking more about their career and their goals. Okay, not to say you don't want love, but you're pretty focused on your yourself right here. Okay, so let's see. Because if you see, the leaves actually are shaped kind of like hearts. So in a way, you could be involved with somebody, but you're like not trying to get wrapped up into them, or you're not trying to get too close to somebody right here. And then the 8 is the infinity sign. So you could be avoiding relationships. Okay, the way how he is so like straight and narrow, you could be trying to avoid love. Interesting. Now you got lead, which is cute. Before we had the master, this is the leader. So in this case, yeah, being that you're single, you are the master, well, excuse me, you are the leader of your life. Okay, you can do what you want. You can come and go as you please. You can, make you're in control here. So this card is similar to the Emperor, which is also for Aries season. So it could be, for these next couple months, you're focused, you're dedicated on your work or your business, and then you'll possibly see how you feel once the summer comes, the spring and summer, because the 4 is spring, the 8 is summer. So you could be finding love within that time frame, which is the best time because everybody's out and about. Now look, this one, the fall, helpless or hopeless, and it's another 8. So yeah, this is what I was saying before. You could be feeling this way. You could have got hurt in your past and you're avoiding connection with people. You're stuck in a helpless or hopeless type of energy, which is a depressive type of state. But again, it is from past. So we're meant to kind of put that behind us and move forward as much as possible. So in that case, it could be right now, yeah, you don't want to get intertwined with feelings and emotions and all that. You want to just focus on work, okay? And that's all right. Let's see what else for the singles. And we're out. Oh, and the master came out. So again, master for a single, your heart is closed or your heart is gotten dark based off of the experiences that you've been having, possibly as being single or possibly from the past relationships that you've been in. So the green is the heart chakra. So it is showing and it's a 15, which is 1 plus 5 is a 6. So it could be in the summer, like I said here, June, April, June, August. Those months are standing out for potential love or relationship or some type of heartfelt interactions. Okay. Anything else for the singles? Interesting. Simply love. So some of the single people could also have kids. So of course, like we said, you are your first love, but your kid is also your first love because it's an extension of you. So some of us may need to just focus on building our bond with our kids, or this could be you building a bond and a connection from your inner child to your adult self. Okay? And yeah, it is a 6. So if you're single, take these next couple months to focus on yourself and your work and your career and your money. And then as it gets closer to spring and summer, you'll be better energy to possibly date or attract. Okay? And then last but not least, for everybody, just breathe. Okay? Let's take a deep breath to end out. Okay? And then one more, move. So this can go for everybody, couples and singles. If it's couples, you guys are going to be building together. Your love is going to grow. Okay? If it is you, single, you are going to be meeting somebody that it can possibly turn into some type of love situation, like we said, later in the spring and summer. Okay? So, love you. Have a good one.